Coming up in this video, can anyone be a medium? This is part of our medium development training series.
So you want to be a medium.
How do you know if you are a medium?
All these questions. First question to ask is, am I a medium, right?
Am I a medium, right?
This is a big one we get.
We're going to answer the question if anyone can become a medium or if that's only reserved for special people.
Yeah, let's get into that. So let us know that you can hear us and see us with the hashtag good to go.
Boom. If you have any questions as we go relating to the topic of this video, drop them in the comments. If we don't get to your questions live, we'll answer any questions on the replay.
Yes.
Aloha.
Yes.
Mahalo for joining.
Darcy. He's like, he knows Italian now.
Wow.
Hawaiian is not Italian. I'm getting very confused. So
it is time to set the mood.
Let's set the moods and heads. In this age of spiritual awakening, more and more people are searching for how to get woke and stay woke.
And numbers don't lie.
There are over 33,000 people searching for spiritual awakening every month.
And that's important because to get woke, you have to stop following the herd and start thinking for yourself and looking deeper to crack the code.
Do you like my miming today? It's kind of fun, I think.
And that's what we're covering today.
That is definitely what we're covering today.
I want to say what is up to Dominique. Good to see you. And Starseed, good to see you. Hashtag good to go.
I want to tell you, I've always loved that name, Dominique.
Dominique.
It's like the sexiest name I've ever heard. Always. When I hear the name Dominique, I'm like, I automatically think you're the sex goddess of all time.
Apparently she's uncut.
Well, okay.
Dominique
right,
Nicole,
uncut. Then even better. Raw and awesome.
Cut. Don't get cut. Terry, good to see you. All right, so it is time to tag up for all of our Zen heads in Zen Ed Academy. Let us know that you're here with us with a hashtag ZenHead for life.
If you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
And if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay fam. Boom, boom.
And let us know where you're watching from so you can help David with his geography.
I'm geographically challenged sometimes, and I love to expand my culture of different spaces and places. So as you know, where you're watching from, as you let us know where you're watching from, also let us know what is one unique thing about your space and place. Dallas, Dominique, let us know what is most unique to you about Dallas. And that's Dallas, Texas.
I love Dallas. I've been there once, and I was working when I used to work as a designer. I worked in the Melrose.
Are you a working girl? Wait, different story.
I was never a working girl, but I've been to Dallas once for a couple times. But it was for work, not for pleasure. I want to go back to Dallas to enjoy the city and not be working. Yeah. So I think that's great.
So if you share the prize, you get a video.
Yes. Flip that.
Share the video, you get a prize.
And if you stay with us for the whole video, you get a prize. We change our freebies out every month.
Plus, we're going to help you to get woke and stay woke so that you can stand strong, stand out, and do more for the world.
And while that is going to be entertaining with some free, juicy information, we do have an offer at the end to take your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, because that is our full-time gig.
All that we ask in exchange is that you check out the offer, because that's what keeps the lights on, pays our sushi bill, feeds 2 hungry dogs, and that bougie cat.
But only if it works for you. So
Absolutely.
That will be at the end.
See, Dominique says, we have underground tunnels in downtown Dallas where there is food and shopping. It is so cool. Now we got to go check it out.
I didn't see any of that. Like I said,
it's underground.
Well, I was stuck in the hotel working the whole.
And it's underground.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
Poppy, good to see you. Yeah.
So if you are just getting to know us, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
I'm ZenMostGarden.com.
And we love helping metaphysical entrepreneurs bring their unique healing skills to the world in a big, huge, massive way.
So here's what we do. Since 2008, we've helped thousands of clients and students go from feeling overwhelmed, confused, and insecure to being clear, confident, and successful.
And if you've just found us, welcome. Say hi in the comments. It is wonderful to connect. We love connecting to people if you can't tell already.
And if you're new, consider subscribing. Click the bell. You'll be good to go. But we want to know if you are a healing arts professional or you want to be a healing arts professional, give us a hashtag HealingPro in the comments and tell us what you do, because we want to know what good you're doing out there in the world. And we kind of like to connect with our people.
And we're here to help you confidently catapult your personal healing influence into the world in a big way so that you can stand strong in your own genius.
And you're halfway there if you can say confidently catapult 5 times really fast.
Absolutely. Alicia, good to see you. Hello. I literally found you today.
Welcome. We have a lot of fun here. We go live pretty much all the time.
I want everybody in the comments, everybody in the chat to welcome Alicia. Welcome Dominique. Welcome all of the people that are here. Well, say hi to everybody. Everybody, say hi to everybody.
I love seeing
and
your
everybody
faces. Because we need friends.
Yes.
Basically, we need friends. We never leave the house. We're pretty much here or in the other room working. So what we did notice, and I'll tell you a little bit about our work. So what we noticed from a lot of our students, obviously we never leave the house and have a life, from all over the world training to be metaphysical professionals, there was a huge gap in a lot of the systems that are taught in our niche that were just renaming and repackaging the same stuff. Same stuff, different frosting, but nobody brought the cake, right?
Nobody brought the damn cake.
But
we're not trying to be the same copy and paste kind of people doing the same stuff in the same way with the same systems just reworked.
So basically, some taught all the cool intuitive techniques without a foundation of self-growth to stabilize it. And if you know, we kick it old school and we give you all of it together so that you can be a whole professional.
And others taught self-growth without having a clue of what to do when people started opening up their intuitive skills.
So in traditional learning, you're going to learn both pathways, right? And both groups of students that came to us over the last 11 years were frustrated with how limited their growth was because many systems lack integration, and the growth was limited, therefore their businesses were limited. So,
and no matter how many papers they collected, they still lacked that foundation.
So we bridge that gap for our students who are entrepreneurs, and we'll show you how to sign up for our best resource for metaphysical entrepreneurs who want real world skills to expand and catapult their professional lives without getting lost in the clouds, because that's what we do.
Yep. So if you need this in your life, give us a hashtag, tell us more, tell me more, or send us a message on Facebook or DM on IG.
So let's get into it. I'm really loving you guys' comments.
Before we get into it, I want to get to some of these comments. Let's see. Poppy says, I want to be a healing pro, just healing myself and my dogs currently. Absolutely. That is awesome. Virgo says, hi, everyone. Poppy, Terry, hi, everyone. Starseed, you are amazing. Okay. And then Alicia says, I asked the universe to fill in the missing pieces of my mediumship and found you guys.
That's what we like to do.
Alicia, for that. Go ahead and hit me up on Facebook at Zen Rose Garden, and I will talk to you personally about how we can best help you. So hit me up on Facebook at Zen Rose Garden, and I will obviously after this live
hang out for a while. Let's get into the question of the day. So this is a common question we get. So we thought let's do a little breakdown of what mediumship looks like.
Right.
Different styles. So if you've been with us for a while, you know we love to break down different mysteries around mediumship.
So today is a very simple question. Can anyone be a medium?
No! Burn it! Oh, no, wrong movie.
Burn her!
Our answer, of course, is yes, from our perspective and our opinion, because we believe that mediumship or psychic functions are a function of the mind. Right.
Okay.
But it is a subtle energy that takes practicing awareness and working on your mental and emotional stability if you want to use it enjoyably and without fear. And that's where we strive to get our students to. We don't like putting a whole bunch of junk on top of it.
No.
It's a function of mind and you need to learn how to use it.
Frosting is great, but you need a cake. So with that being said, you have to first acknowledge that you want to use it, right? Because it's a package deal. When you crack it open and decide to develop it intentionally.
Right. I mean, you may not want to develop it at all, which is fine. But if you don't want to, you don't want to.
Right.
But sometimes, as we have said in previous lives, in times of trauma,
especially in times of
trauma, it might just switch itself on and go zing, zang, zadam, here I am, right? So
and then you're frantically searching for who can help me figure out this crazy, wild stuff that I just got myself into.
And then it hits you really out of control. And it's like you can.
And then you find us.
And then you freak out. Or you've been to the EDC, dropped a bunch of acid and show up at our door. And that is also what happens. So,
so if you think that you want to hone your skills of mediumship, let's talk about 3 different styles of mediumship to see what best fits for your personality and lifestyle. And Now it's time for the good stuff. Now it's time for the good stuff. So here we go.
So here we go. That's our intro music.
Yes.
If you're new, that's our intro music. So tip number one, the first style is really the one I think I want to talk about first, which is the one a lot of us are familiar with because it's the one we see on TV. It's the one we see where you got the medium in front of the whole big crowd. And that's called platform demonstration mediumship.
Right.
You see it on the online version when you've got a mediumship gallery and a medium's there and there's all the people asking questions. You got a bunch of people in front of you.
So platform mediumship or platform demonstration mediumship is what messaging mediumship looks like to most people, but it is only one way that professional mediumship takes place.
And it's not like that doesn't fit for every medium. In fact, I think most mediums. This is where you may see big names up on the platform is what we call it in mediumship instead of the stage.
Stage, platform.
Platform, I think, sounds more.
They're just wearing the big shoes.
Yeah, like Pee Wee Herman.
Platform shoes.
They're not doing tequila. No. So up on the platform, giving readings to an audience. Okay, so everyone is hoping for a reading in the audience, and everyone has likely paid some kind of a fee or donation from small to big. If you're seeing Teresa Caputo, you probably paid $150 for the cheap seats. If it's in a spiritualist church, there's maybe a $5 donation, and everybody's hoping for a reading, but not everyone is going to get a reading. So the platform medium kind of gets paid regardless, just for showing up.
So platform mediumship alone is one of the most hands-off types of mediumship. You deliver medium rare steak. No, you deliver messages and then you're done. The medium tunes in, reads the room for signals like a radio antenna until they connect the person to the message that they're receiving.
Basically, they're like this. This is what's happening. And then they get it, and then they go, you. So, and these,
which is very fun to watch.
It is very fun, but these are there are amazing and authentic platform mediums out there. But historically, this is where a lot of great mediums get a bad name, like the other people that kind of practice privately, because this is also where historically you've seen a lot of fraudulent mediums who have a lot of fraudulent practices going on.
So one of the best places to experience really authentic platform mediumship is in a spiritualist church where traditions are kept in a pretty responsible way.
Or in a platform situation with a medium who has already established a positive reputation. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can find those pretty easily. So like James Von Prague, for instance.
Right. In a spiritualist church, there are usually many people in the congregation who are developed or developing mediums on their way to becoming professional. Okay.
And one skill to develop in this first style of mediumship before you go this route is to really take the time to develop how to tell the difference. And this needs to be a whole other video on what I'm talking about here. How to tell a difference between psychic information, which is information I'm just getting from the person, or mediumship information being conveyed from spirit. So you're still using psychic ability. One's from a person, one's from a spirit. So
and that's the basic difference between psychic information and mediumship information. Psychic information comes person to person. Mediumship comes spirit to person.
And it's still psychic. The technique is still a psychic.
It's
ability.
Still on the psychic channel.
So because this is easy, to get confused if you're a beginner medium.
On a bigger scale, if you haven't honed it on a smaller scale, like in one-to-one readings, and many newer mediums can really get overwhelmed quickly with the energy of a large group of people.
So I see newer mediums get discouraged when they try to jump to platforming or doing online readings, like two groups of people, because it gets really confusing because there's a whole bunch of signals going on.
I'm just thinking of a whole bunch of mediums trying to do the plank.
What?
Being a platform?
For those of you that are new, David has these like random puns that come out that I have no idea it takes. Sometimes like later I get it.
Punnery.
He has pun Tourette's. So no offense to people with Tourette's, but that is why generally professional public platform mediumship is something many mediums do after many years of doing private readings.
Right.
Because then they have a very clear distinction of what's psychic information, what's mediumship, and they don't convey many newbie mistake is a lot of newer mediums will give you psychic information, but think it's mediumship information, but it's really just coming from the person.
Right. A great way for beginner mediums who are drawn to this style of mediumship is to practice in a smaller group setting, such as in a spiritualist church setting or some kind of a trusted development circle. Okay. And Kinetic Meow, who happens to be a hashtag Zen Head for Life, says development circles are really helpful for developing abilities. Platform mediumship is kind of intimidating to me, so I haven't done that yet. And in the beginning, it can be.
It's not a requirement. Like,
no.
I don't care for that type of mediumship. I've done it. David and I were guests a couple of times in a local spiritualist church here, and we've done it.
And it's pretty fun.
It's fun, but it's not. If it's not
your cup of tea, it's not.
And it's not that it's even intimidating. It's just that I prefer a one-on-one intimate style of mediumship. Yeah. That's just my preference.
So if you are thinking of going pro, we're going to show you where our pros practice at the end. I want to say what's up to Ginger. It says, need to make a ZRG dictionary of puns.
Please.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes I'm up here and you see me go deer in the headlights because I don't know what he just said. And I need to access the translator sometimes.
Yeah. And Ethan says, hi, good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Alicia says, like SpongeBob. Yes, kind of a little bit. I've got spontaneous outbursts that just happen. Starseed says, I want to develop my mediumship abilities as far as I can take it. Starseed, I don't quite know if you're in Zen Ed Academy yet, but hit me up on Facebook because I've got something I want to talk to you about. Alicia says, or you go to a funeral and you literally see the person that passed in physical form. Yeah, it's kind of a trip, right?
I have like fantasies of what I'm going to do about when my funeral happens, and I'm like on the other side. I'm going to totally haunt that funeral. I'm going to be like, turning lights off and on, like
flicking people's hair,
disco lights happening. It's going to be all blast.
Victorious Reed, good to see you. Haley, hey from England, across the pond. Awesome. What part of England, and what is most unique about that part of England?
And I always ask, are you close to Woking? Because that's where my brother lives.
And that's how we hashtag get woke.
Yeah. So who wants free stuff? This is the time in the live when we say put in a hashtag free stuff for those 2 freebies.
Right. We do have 2 freebies, but you have to earn them because everything tastes better when it's earned.
Like sushi when David buys it for me.
Absolutely. But then it's not quite earned.
Well, it is because technically we earn the same money. But when he buys it for me, it's really cool because I feel like he bought me dinner, but he didn't. I bought me dinner, but he bought it. Does that make sense?
I always buy dinner.
That's what I like. So you do get one for sharing.
You get one for sharing, you get one for staying. Keep watching, and we'll tell you how.
So hit the button.
That lickety like button.
Don't lick your like button. So 5 times and give us some hearts if you want free stuff.
Because 5 times is the number of Buddha consciousness.
Don't lick the like button. I'm going to have to think about that one for a minute. So tip number 2.
Or if you do, take a picture and post it so we can see it.
Don't do that. It could be like banned. So I could be getting myself in serious censorship trouble right now.
Demonstration mediumship right there. Demonstrate that you can lick a like button.
Tip number 2.
Private readings and spiritual healing work.
And this is more up our alley here. So the second general style of mediumship, because there are many, we're just kind of simplifying it, crosses into deeper spiritual work and sometimes even rescue and transition work.
So this kind of medium shows up in a range of styles, right? They might just give private readings, which are solely devoted to the client, or they may do deeper healing, which includes sometimes mediumship.
So that's kind of more, we're kind of on the scale of the deeper with our private clients. So in private session work,
we go deep.
We do go deep. So in private session work, the client is almost always in some kind of grief and trauma for losing a loved one, where in platform mediumship, the person getting read might not be willing to be as vulnerable with their emotions in public,
right?
And's got to go home to process what has been delivered to them without support from the platform medium, because that's not what the platform medium does.
Right. So spiritual healing mediumship and the medium who does that kind of work may be a little bit more hands-on with the client in grief or trauma. And for some, this is simply delivering messages. But in a one-on-one, more private, intimate setting, you have the client who is, number 1, more free to let go of any pent-up emotions, and deeper healing events can take place. And number 2, you've got the support of the person doing the work for you and with you.
So for me, it's like, for me, doing platform mediumship, and this is why I don't prefer it, is because even though it's been fun to kind of check it out, is because I really like to take the client through to the end stages. It's like I'm giving you the message, then you're like leaving the person all like, like help like release that shit. Let that shit go, right?
We prefer to complete a process.
Yeah. So since there is, boy, I've gotten my mind's in the gutter this morning today. I'm sorry, guys. So
Wow.
Since there is just one client as opposed to a room full of people in platform mediumship, there's more time allowed for those healing processes to take place. And mediumship really at the root, at the core, is about healing. So healing, when you have the wrong why in mediumship, which is it's a dog and pony show, it's look that I'm a magic 8-ball, then you're in mediumship for the wrong reason. Mediumship is about healing, connecting, and being supported in your life. So it's really, for me, that's why I prefer the more privacy of the authentic healing experience. So in platform mediumship, in private
sessions, this style of medium may work holistically with a client in a healing setting where mediumship is part of an overall healing experience. And that's kind of our jam right there.
Yeah. So this type of medium could also assist stuck spirits to find their way home in the context of a private session, as opposed to a medium who just does rescue mediumship on location. That's sort of a different specialty, but many healing mediums also use it. So,
or incorporate it.
So it's good to know all the styles of mediumship.
So in Zen Ed Academy, we do help our pros to find their special spice, and we'll tell you more about that at the end. I wanted to say what is up to Udit, I think, Dubay. Good to see you. And Amostella, also hashtag ZenHead for life. Awesome to see you. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Virgo Psych says free stuff. And we're gonna let you guys know about more of that at the end. And let's see what else. Yeah,
we're great. Okay,
awesome. So continuing.
How are we doing so far? Are those styles making sense to you? If so, share this video with somebody who needs to get woke, and also hit the like button. Don't lick the like button 5 times and give us some hearts. If you are woke, I expect all of you to be woke, or at least drowsy. So I do want to know about you guys real quick. It's poll time.
It's poll time.
If you're new, we do like to poll the audience at least once.
Which one would you rather do? Private healing mediumship or public platform mediumship?
Let us know which one is your preference, which one you think you like, or which one you've done before.
Which one do you prefer? Which one would you prefer if you want to get into mediumship?
Private.
Which one do you prefer?
Amistella says private healing. Awesome, I'm with you guys. That's kind of my preference, having dipped my toe in the water with both. I love what I do. I love the private catharsis of it.
Private.
All right, there you go.
Essential Journeys, good to see you. Absolutely love it, you guys. Gail, Ginger, good to see you again.
You guys are beautiful. Can I just say that? I love it. So let's talk about tip number 3. Mediumship as a personal spiritual practice, because who says you have to use it with someone, right?
You don't have to do this as a profession. You can do it for yourself.
So for me growing up, and I'll tell you how my mediumship started on my journey to be professional, not the whole story, but for me growing up, my family didn't use the term mediumship. So I really didn't understand what that term was till way later in life. It was kind of just a given that communications happened between humans and the other side, your deceased ancestors, your angels, or God, Jesus, whatever, and you from the other side. However, I personally, as a child, wanted more guidelines on how to make the connection useful and stable instead of just the random pop-in. So even as a child, I was like, well, there's got to be a system to this. If it's something that's always happened, there has to be people that have figured it out. So
this brings us to the 3rd style. Okay. You may want to practice mediumship simply for your own personal benefit, maybe to calm your mind, maybe to kind of calm the spirits around you. Because everybody, if they desire it, should be able to access the peace that comes by sitting under a tree, for instance, or just hanging out, closing your eyes and tuning into a beloved ancestor as well.
And so, I think everybody should be able to do this because it's very joyful and peaceful, right? And it helps you, the happiness about life. And so I feel it with both of my parents who both are passed away. When I close my eyes and I send out the bat signal, the way that looks like for me, I could just feel them pop in. But I've really cultivated that space where I can just pick up, send out the phone and I feel them. So I think that is a really beautiful thing to do just for yourself. You know?
So in the West, we call it mediumship, right? But in many other cultures, like Native Americans, for example, some Asian cultures, they just call it keeping in touch or connecting to ancestors, right?
So start by setting up a communication station of some type, like a symbolic spirit cell phone. Okay. What do you think those ancestral altars, are, where you commune with the wisdom of your ancestors? That's kind of basically a spiritual telephone.
And there are some people in some cultures that will create an altar for those who have passed on in their home.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
and that's basically like a cell phone tower that you've just created to connect to your people.
So it's not supposed to be weird, is my point.
Right.
I mean, in the West, sometimes we think it's weird, but it's not supposed to be weird. It's just really, really human thing to do.
Right.
So
I do hear that some people who don't quite get it call it ancestor worship. Or deem it blasphemy or offensive to God. At least God as they see it.
But others who practice communion with their ancestors, okay, which could be all of us here, and in many cultures that it's tradition within the culture, clearly know the difference between grandma and Kuan Yin, right? I'm pointing at him like he's Kuan Yin, just for Halloween. Just saying, and as many cultures who have gone before have already figured out.
Right.
Practicing mediumship as a way to connect generations that have gone before, as well as generations who are here now and generations yet to come, is a really beautiful practice that creates cohesion and a sense of peace and support for your life journey. And that's what mediumship is about.
Absolutely. Chelsea, good to see you. Give us a hashtag ZenHead for life. Victorious Reed says, I'm going to join. Absolutely. Would love to have you. Look forward to that. Daisy says, new here. I'd like to do it for private. Absolutely. Essential Journey says, thank you always for the fantastic info you share. You rock. Absolutely. Pleasure to have you. Alicia, healing with Reiki and art therapy. You are going to love our Zen heads.
Well, I just got chills. We have a lot of artists in Zen Ed Academy, and we hash it up about art a lot.
Michael, good to see you. Chelsea, hashtag ZenHead for life. Awesome. All right. Kinetic Meow says Reiki. Absolutely awesome. Lords, good to see you. Terry, if I get there, I would prefer a private. Terry, we can definitely help you get there.
And like I said, the starting with yourself is so important, and developing that connection for yourself.
Yes. So are you more excited now that you have these tips?
Have we cleared up some mysteries, busted some myth, brought it more down to the ground for you? Understandable.
It is a revolution. It's absolutely a revolution. We are fighting back against lost fairies and unicorns running amok, causing chaos and wreaking havoc.
We do love them both, but sometimes they drink too much of that love and light and puke rainbow frosting all over my carpet, which is why I have now no carpet anymore. It's
super
out.
Hard to get out. We are on a mission to crack the codes and revolutionize this field to support metaphysical entrepreneurs with real tools for the 21st century, but we need your help.
Click the link. I'm part of the revolution in the description, and share this video with a hashtag I shared ZRG to get your bonus. We really, truly love helping. And here's one of the reasons that we created this is because we see a lot of jealousy in our niche where it's not supposed to be in the spiritual niche. And I see it a lot of competition and jealousy. And so
Alicia says, hey, I love unicorns.
I do too.
Again, we love unicorns. We love rainbows. But when they go amok, when they go too much, when they go extra.
So what I'm saying is that we were like, how can we really help our community? It's like, how about we help professionals?
Yes.
Kind of get out there and grab their special spice.
If we're going to change this field and make it more solid, then we're going to change it with the people out there doing the work. We've done our work for the last 10 plus years. It's time for us to help other people to evolve, to ripple forward, to make big changes by finding their special spice and doing what works.
So we do want to shout out one of our Zen hands, because we always love to give love back when you guys give love to us online. And Jay, shared her experience with Zen Ed Academy, which is really cool with us on the Google machine. And she says, I'm a new member of Zen Ed Academy. Wanted to let you know how much I love it. I have tried one or two other membership groups and they don't offer nearly as much as you get as an official Zen Head. Trying to read her thing. I have only been a part of the group for a few weeks, but have already seen the benefits of your classes in my Reiki business. Thank you for providing the service for the spiritual community. That's what we kind of wanted to talk about this morning, because we're starting to see the results of it from our clients, from
our
them.
students,
and so
right.
This is a big happy moment for us when we see you guys do your thing.
Chelsea says, yes, love it. Daisy says, I hear, see, feel, taste the unseen, but need to know how to connect properly. Daisy, we can definitely help you with that, especially in Zen Ed Academy. How about dragons? Love dragons. Love dragons, love unicorns, love it all. Again, when they go amok, when they go way too crazy, when you lose yourself in the unicorns, when you take your unicorn and you're off on that rainbow, fairyland off to somewhere else and you forgot reality, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay?
Well, I think it's just when you forget where the airport is, and that's a problem. So it is offer time. There is a unicorn airport, I promise you. So
sweet. I thought it was Pegasi.
Now it's time for that offer. We'll let you know about our
now it's time for that offer
to take tell you about. So
your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, because this is our full-time gig.
And this is what keeps the lights on, pays our sushi bill at the end of the week, feeds 2 hungry dogs and 1 bougie cat.
But only if it works for you.
So we have learned that self-growth and developing your superpowers go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
And that's why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen Ed Academy, to bridge that gap and revolutionize, not just change, but revolutionize this field.
So you could keep overdosing on frosting and searching for that thing is missing. That thing.
It's the thing that keeps you up at night. It's the question that drives you, Neo.
It's where's the cake is the question that I usually have. Where's the cake? So, or you could plug directly into all of the unique proven shortcuts, our signature mind hacks, emotional ninja skills that have worked for thousands of our Zen heads to step into their clarity, confidence, and personal power.
So that you can live in your passion completely and get paid for it.
Because you got to keep your lights on, right?
Yes.
So is this right for you? Quick little quiz for you. Are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated? Pop
quiz. Okay. Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts are satanic? That is my personal favorite.
That's actually E.T., not Satan. Okay. Are you tired of people telling you that light workers and healers are crazy? Have you seen us? Maybe we are. So are you ready for intuitive development without judgment?
Are you ready for psychic and mediumship training that does not scare the crap out of you?
So I'm talking about, are you ready for self-growth that is natural and fun?
If so, Zen Ed Academy is the rebel base. Rebel base. Gotta love the rebel base, where the revolution begins.
That's right.
It's a revolution.
Zen Ed Academy is where the science of self-growth, as we like to say, meets the magic of mysticism, because you need those two things to have an enjoyable practice.
Absolutely. This is with the best collection, our best collection of mind hacks, emotional healing techniques, and psychological superpowers to stand strong, stand out, and do good while living your best life, and most importantly, having fun.
And this will work for you even if you are seasonally allergic to fairy dust and just need real information without all the unicorn poop. Shibby fertilizer.
Yep. Absolutely. So this is going to work for you even if you are a complete virgin to this and have never had your metaphysical cherry popped.
Zen Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe so you can finally conquer your inner supervillain, master your unique superpowers so that you can heal the world in the special way only you can.
Only you, boo. What do you need to do to get into the Academy and become a part of the revolution? Click the link in the description to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds, literal seconds, you can start the first lesson of our advanced mediumship course. Plus, you will be part of the Inner Revolution team with support at the ready.
So this is going to get you on your way quickly to connecting, tuning in, and creating your own spiritual cell tower.
That works for you.
Yes. All the info is down below.
If you still have any questions, comment with #TellMeMore or send us a message on Facebook at Zen Rose Garden or DM on IG. And before we wrap up, I wanted to touch a couple other things that are going on. We've got, let's see. Alicia says, this is how you heal the world, one person at a time.
Yes.
Chelsea says, David and Heather are the absolute best. Highly recommend them and their Zen Head Academy. Absolutely. Terry says, I was visiting my brother-in-law who is close to crossing over, and I felt a lot of energy in his room. I thought to myself, it was his loved ones waiting to welcome him home.
I just got chills. You know, that I've been in that situation so many times. I mean, recently with my dad passed away, and he was just, you could see that there was, it was so incredible being, and that was like thick with that kind of energy.
And then Michael says, more knowledge is better.
Always.
Daisy says, hashtag revolution. I'm ready big time. Absolutely. And if you've got any questions, Daisy, hit us up on IG or Facebook. Facebook is probably the best, at Zen Rose Garden, and I'll answer any questions you have. Victorious Reed says, I'm going to do some private sessions with y'all. I notice when I build a relationship with people, the healing is amazing. Yes. Absolutely. And Chelsea says, click, click, click. Click, click, click. And then Michael says, fairies are evil. They hide my keys.
Oh, that's okay. They're probably leprechauns, because if you did not know this, leprechauns are technically degenerate fairies.
Like this guy.
David is a degenerate fairy, just to let you know. But that's why he keeps the keys. I just asked him where they are.
All right. So because you stayed to the end, you get the prize. Click the I love you so much, I stayed
link
in the description.
With the hashtag I love ZRG. And if you liked this video, hit that
like button 5 times, because
click that like button 5 times.
5 is the number of Buddha consciousness.
If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. That is where we get ideas for new videos from you.
And for more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe.
And click, click, click the bell.
To turn notifications on.
So you're the first to know when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource. And the fact that you guys have chosen to spend that with us, most importantly, for yourselves, leveling up your skills and taking your life and your business to an entirely new level, we absolutely honor and appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video. Have a good one.